58 minutes. That is all it took for a 20-year-old Filipino underdog to absolutely demolish the world #1 on one of tennis's biggest stages. No tiebreaks, no drama, just pure, unfiltered dominance that left Aryna Sabalenka wondering what just hit her and the entire tennis world scrambling to update their power rankings. Stick around because we are breaking down how Eala went from ranked 143rd to crushing the reigning champion in what might be the most jaw-dropping upset of 2026. And trust me, the backstory makes this win even more insane. Quick favor, if you are loving this content, smash that subscribe button. Over 95% of you watching right now have not subscribed yet. It is free, takes 2 seconds, and helps us bring you more incredible tennis stories like this one. Did you hit it? Awesome. You are a legend. Now back to the upset that has everyone talking. Picture this. Indian Wells, 2026. The sun is beating down on Stadium 1. The crowd is buzzing, and Aryna Sabalenka walks onto the court like she owns the place. Across the net stands Eala, a name most casual tennis fans could not even pronounce 6 months ago. The bookmakers had Sabalenka as a massive favorite. Then, boom, the first serve flies, and within an hour, the entire tennis landscape just got flipped upside down. Eala did not just beat Sabalenka, she dismantled her. Straight sets, 58 minutes of surgical precision. Imagine being so dominant that you finish a match against the top player in the world faster than most people finish their morning coffee run. That is what Eala just did, and it is the kind of performance that announces arrivals. But here's where it gets really interesting. This was not some fluke. This was not a lucky day where everything miraculously went right. This was the culmination of a journey so intense, so methodical, that when you hear the full story, the upset starts making perfect sense. Because while the world was not watching, Eala was grinding, evolving, and transforming herself from a promising junior into an absolute weapon. And Sabalenka just happened to be the unfortunate soul who had to face the final product. Let's rewind the clock for a second. Early 2025, Eala is ranked 143 in the world. That's the kind of ranking where you're fighting for qualification spots, playing on outside courts, and praying someone notices you exist. But here's the thing about Eala. She looked at herself in the mirror and said, "Nope, this is not good enough. Time to rebuild everything." Enter the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain. Yeah, that Rafa Nadal, the guy who turned mental toughness into a religion. Eala did not just train there, she absorbed the philosophy, the work ethic, the relentless pursuit of perfection. Every forehand, every serve, every single movement was dissected and rebuilt from scratch. It was like watching a mechanic strip down a car engine and reassemble it into a turbocharged machine. The results started showing up fast. Miami Open, Eala starts stacking wins against players ranked way above her. Her serve had bite, her ground strokes had depth, and most importantly, her mind had that championship mentality. She was not just competing anymore, she was hunting. Then came the Grand Slam appearances. Wimbledon, where Eala pushed a top 20 player to 3 sets. The US Open, where she battled through qualifiers like they were warm-up drills. Every match, she was adding tools to her arsenal. By the time 2026 rolled around, Eala was not ranked 143 anymore. She had rocketed up to number 32 in the world. That's someone who gets direct entry into every major tournament. That's someone you do not want to see on your side of the draw. But even then, facing Aryna Sabalenka, the woman who just won the Australian Open, the player with a serve so powerful it registers on seismographs, the competitor who makes opponents feel like they're being hit by freight trains wrapped in tennis balls, that's a whole different level. Most players would walk onto that court already half defeated mentally. Most players would be thinking, well, let's just try not to get embarrassed. Not Eala. She walked onto that Indian Wells court like she had a score to settle with destiny itself. First set, Eala breaks Sabalenka in the opening game. The crowd gasps. Commentators raise their eyebrows. Sabalenka looks annoyed, but not worried. She's been broken before. She always fights back. Except this time, there's no fight back coming. Eala holds serve like it's the easiest thing in the world. Her first serve is landing with precision. Her second serve is not giving Sabalenka anything to tee off on. And when Sabalenka tries to blast winners from the baseline, Eala is there, redirecting pace, changing angles, making the world #1 run like she's chasing ghosts. 6-3, first set, Eala. Now Sabalenka is worried. You can see it in her body language, the frustrated gestures, the pep talks to herself. She cranks up the aggression in the second set. And here's where Eala showed everyone what mental toughness really looks like. Instead of wilting under pressure, she elevated. Her footwork got sharper. Her shot selection got smarter. Break, hold, break. Before Sabalenka could process what was happening, Eala was serving for the match. And this is the moment that separates champions from contenders. Most players choke here, but Eala, cool as ice. She fired down serves like she was playing against a practice partner. And when Sabalenka finally sent a return long, the upset was complete. 58 minutes, straight sets, Eala 6-3, 6-4. The crowd erupted. The commentators were scrambling for superlatives, and Aryna Sabalenka, the woman who had dominated women's tennis for months, was left standing on the baseline looking like she just witnessed a magic trick she couldn't explain. Because that's what it felt like, magic. Except it wasn't magic, it was preparation meeting opportunity. Twitter exploded faster than Eala's serve. One user posted, Eala just beat Sabalenka in less time than it takes to watch an episode of The Office. I'm not okay. Another chimed in with, 58 minutes? I've spent longer deciding what to order for dinner. Eala just dismantled the world #1 like she was late for another appointment. The memes started rolling in. One showed Eala checking her watch mid-match with the caption, got a dinner reservation at 6, better wrap this up. Another had Sabalenka looking confused with the text, wait, we were supposed to play 3 sets, right? But beyond the jokes and the shock, there was genuine respect flooding in. Former champions were tweeting their praise. Analysts were calling it one of the most complete performances they had seen in years. And the Filipino community? Absolute pandemonium. Eala was not just a tennis player anymore. She was a national hero. She was proof that with enough dedication, you can go from ranked 143 to beating the best player on the planet. And here's the thing that makes this story even more incredible. Eala is 20 years old. Most players at that age are still figuring out their game. Eala just walked into one of the biggest tournaments and casually dismantled the world #1. That's not normal. That's special.